Hi there, me, Joseph Krabs again. This is episode, I'm sorry, exercise. I gotta remember to call them exercise. So this is exercise 51. Recorded pretty much back to back with exercise 15, which was matching narrative voice to character voice. I want to talk about a big one this time. Big one to me, big one to a lot of people I know. I want to talk about marketing. The reason I want to talk about marketing is I've recently had to make some very major decisions about marketing my books. These are not impromptu decisions. I've spent the past year, about the past year, taking classes, hiring groups to market my material, my work, reading books on it, talking with other authors. And I want to start by saying that marketing is an individual choice. Market however it works for you. Do what feels good for you, do what feels right for you. And that is a key thing. What feels good for you, what feels right for you. And I also want to point out that I know, excuse me, I know some authors. Be very clear about this. I know one author who is using Amazon ads and is able to support himself. Not to the extent he was able to support himself in his regular day job, but enough so that he and his wife could make a decision, an informed decision. I'm making this kind of money regularly. Okay, I can give up the day job and devote myself to this. Good for him. I'm really thrilled. I truly am thrilled for him. I wish I could be there. I also want to note that he spends his mornings crafting books and he spends his afternoons marketing, doing the Amazon thing. I do know one other fellow in Australia who evidently is able to support himself by royalties. He spends 4 or 5 hours a day, if that long, writing, and he spends as much as 8 hours a day doing Amazon ads a day. I've got too much to write to do that. Just looking at the birds up there, I thought it might have been one of our raccoons. So this is for folks who, like me, I want to do marketing. I do, but I want to do what feels good and what feels comfortable for me and what I can believe in. And a big thing, and this comes from a guy who was in marketing for several years. There's a type of marketing that may work, but you feel like crap. And there's type of marketing that you feel good, you do genuinely feel good. You may not get a lot of money back. Takes time, organic, whatever you want to call it. I have difficulty with ads because to me it's a crapshoot, it's a lottery. I've taken courses. I've worked with groups who, yes, we're going to make you rich. None of them have. Even the ones that have offered, pay me to, reimburse me, we'll give you your money back. Which I didn't do because, quite honestly, I knew there was an experiment and you have to pay for experiments. Okay. But the point to be made is nobody knows your work as well as you do. That's a gift and a curse. You probably know it too well. You know how you would market your book, but not how the readership is going to read your book. Get a lot of opinions. talk to a lot of people, give them copies. What do they think? Many of them may say, I couldn't finish it. I didn't like it. But the ones who did finish it, ask them, give me your first impressions. What do you think it is? My readership's first impressions are incredibly revealing. I didn't realize I wrote magic realism. Who knew? But okay, I do. Fine. Whenever a company tells you successes, there's one company that I took a class with. To be honest with you, I wish they'd get off my back. We have people making 6 and 7-figure incomes. Great. How many people ask these questions? Ask for the data. I did several times during training sessions and was shut down several times during training sessions because nobody wants you to ask those kinds of questions. They want to tell you the anecdotal stuff. We have authors who are good. I'm glad you have what, 3 authors out of 30,000 who are making that kind of money. That's a crapshoot. That's the lottery. You got that? You understand that, folks? Unless a company is able to get you 50% or better historical success, it's a crapshoot. 50-50. Okay, well, yeah. Maybe yes, maybe no. 70-30, that's really good. You get 85% and above, go with that company. But nobody's going to give you those numbers. Nobody I've ever seen, and I've looked. Nobody's going to give you those numbers. What do you like to do? I love to do this. Don't know if I'm going to sell any more books, but I love to do it. I love to talk with people. I'd love to meet people. I love to share what I've learned. Not that I think I'm a genius, not that I think I'm, oh my God, but I love sharing. So I do, and I enjoy it because you can tell that I chuckle a lot. And I always goof off, so I'm having a great time. I love meeting people. I love going to bookstores to do signings. I love to go to bookstores, cons, meet people, sign copies of my books if they want them, and just say hello. Just get to know what people are interested in. Find out if there's something that could interest me. The people who are making money, not the big name authors, not the Stephen Kings nor Robert Stan Browns, they were established long before this type of world came around. And by the way, I'll put a link to a blog post I wrote recently, Caveat Lector, where I learned firsthand from editors and publishers some of the real bad, nasty, oh, I wish I'd never heard about this stuff about getting published in today's world. That said, that noted, do what you love. I'm not going to tell you the money's going to follow. Do what you love, the money will follow. That only works for nymphomaniacs and psychotic assassins, okay? But if you can find something you really enjoy, go for it. Let me get back to the people who are making money. I don't know about a lot. You talk with them, and they're writing series, which is one of the things you can do. Once people get hooked on your series, they will go along, and I'll point you to a video cast we did about that, series or singular. I'm beginning to write series only because there's other things that can happen to those characters. Not because I want to write a series. I didn't want to write series books. But yeah, okay, that's another story that those characters could be in. Great. But when I do talk to people who are banging out series, they are really plotters. They're very strict. They have to be because it's a formula. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to do this again. Do it again. Do it again. Repetition is what plotting is best for. As I've mentioned many times, plotter and a pantser. So I go. I just, wow, this would be interesting. Okay, let's find out where this goes. Okay, great. But that type of writing, because if you look at my work, generally it's fantasy, science fiction, but realistically, it's more philosophical. It's more growth oriented. It's more mind, evolution, that's not going to really capture a lot of people. I've got a rarefied audience. So I'm not going to spend money marketing to them, except in the things that I like to do. And I recommend you do the same. Find the things you really like to do. Go out on a limb. If you like to do AdWords, good for you. Go for it. I hope it works for you. For me, not so much. Find your niche, like you had to find your niche in writing. Develop it, grow with it, go with it. God love it. Take care, folks. Hope this has been useful.